Hey guys, what's up? It's me again. Got a few more clips for you. Hey man, the world is freaking crazy, so I wish you the best with what you're gonna see. What the heck? She hit him! I bet a bunch of people are gonna be like, that's child abuse. It's a kid, you know, it's a kid. I'm like, look man, I don't care. If I see something like that, come near my kid. I don't know man. I don't know what I would do. But a father's reaction, it's a quite interesting concept. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thanks for trusting me with this. So I am Dr. Lex. I teach shame-free sex ed and I'm raising sex-positive kids.
Recently learned my 4-year-old is exploring her body with objects. How should I talk to her about safety? Okay. Okay.
Kids, and I'm trying to help you do so too. When we're talking about 4-year-olds exploring their bodies, I'm glad you're able to notice. I'm glad you're able to say, like, this is what's going on. And you're doing a great job as a parent. You're figuring out what's safest for your 4-year-old. So let's talk about the function of the orifices that they're exploring, right? If it's the anus, we have to be super careful with that. Most adults don't know how to safely explore an anus. So a 4-year-old definitely doesn't, because the butt tends to act like a vacuum. And with the butt acting like a vacuum, that's going to be an awkward ER pediatrician visit. So nothing goes in the butt. It is for exits only at this time. If it's a vagina or a vaginal canal, we need to talk about, we only safely explore that with clean hands, cut fingernails, because that is what's safest. Something else can hurt us, puncture us, etc., etc. So go over the safety and the function.
The fact that she normalized exploring that, even if it's out of curiosity, it's still dangerous. Because when you normalize that, that's what the girl is going to use to identify, look, I can explore my pum pum. It's a kid. Why would you explore everything a kid says? You're acting in a way as if I don't know how to teach my kid how to use that, it's gonna break. Kids don't break. They're not glasses. It's like you say no, 50 minutes, they don't even remember what it's about. But you're like, no, I need to focus on that. And then you're teaching your kid, if I say a no, after the where, something good is gonna happen. That's your choice. They need to learn that if where happens, nothing will happen and they need to go do something else. And there's always gonna be, yeah, that's child. It's not child abuse. It's teaching them how reality works. I think it's child abuse if you make them feel so comfortable and then you release them, and when an accident happens, you're gonna blame other people that are more privileged because your kid doesn't understand. Actually, I think the moms are the problem. And the situation of the body of the kid, just tell them, if you put your favorite toy down there, we cannot get it out. And then we have to go to the hospital. I don't want to go to the... Well, don't put anything in there. Okay, let's play with a different toy. Okay, let's go. Do you play with me? Of course I will play. Kids are easy, people. You guys are special. You don't need a sexologist to know that. Oh my god, the same woman. My 8-year-old has started touching herself, and that's fine. But how do I have the conversation without embarrassing her? Privacy, cleanliness, etc. It's an 8-year-old kid. And you need a YouTube, TikTok video to teach you that? I know, man.
Not touch our vulvas at the like, hey, I know that you're exploring. That's something we want to do in our rooms on our own private time, which means that there's nobody else in the room and that they're able to do that, and we're not, supposed to be anywhere else at the time. So they can enjoy themselves and they can enjoy exploring, and you want to make sure that, hey, while you're exploring, it's really important that you stay safe, which means that we make sure your hands are clean, that there's no dirt up under your nails, so we can prevent infections or anything that might be uncomfortable for your vulva. And it's as simple as that, right? There's a great article on scarymommy.com that talks about we do not touch our vulvas at the time.
I would advise go to I'm not scary vulva bada bing bada boom. I would say that. I would definitely go with that. I don't want any kids to feel experience in vulva touching, because he's going to talk about the vulva situation with other kids. It's gonna open a different door. Then some teacher might heard about that. I can teach you how to do it better because maybe you might do it wrong and it might hurt you and you have to do it. I don't know. It's like I find it weird how they think we need to explain these things to a kid when you can just tell the kid it's not the time to explore that. You will do it when you're older. Very simple. And if the kid is so bored in your house and the only thing that they can do to entertain themselves is touch the vulva, maybe that's a you problem. Maybe you need to guide them in a different direction. There's no shame. Kids don't know shame. Kids copy shame from you. They're learning it from you. And most of the time, they learn emotion the way you look at them. Very simple. If you always have puppy eyes, you are coming with a victim mentality which you install in the brain. What? Lávate los dientes. Yo tengo que lavarte los dientes. ¿Por qué? A ver. Very simple. He just came here. You need to brush my teeth. And I pretend something like I'm angry funny. So they get used to people that are going to be gangster at them. And they can just go forward and do whatever they want because it's not the end of the world.
A lot of white allies and accomplices ask, how can they support Black and Indigenous people of color? And sometimes I really don't know what to say, but here's one easy way. Just don't have babies.
At this point, I am pretty much full-time teaching high school Spanish and a little bit of full-face drag. My admin's actually very okay with me wearing heels. I'm coming to school in drag sometimes. I used to put on makeup, but now it's too early in the morning, so that's not happening anymore. But yeah, they're pretty cool with it.
Yeah, and also today I noticed you posted someone, a young lady who wanted to not be called a young lady. She wanted to be called a bird. Libs, where do you find this stuff?
Yeah, so most of it is from TikTok, especially the teachers. They're very happy to go onto TikTok and share with everyone how they are indoctrinating their students. And I gladly take that and repost it to Twitter.
You know, it's very scary. And I talk to our audience here. It's not hard for you to find this content, is it? It's all over the place across America. These teachers are talking about how they want to come out of the closet and become, outright gay to the 5, 6, 7-year-old students.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's very common. I do dig through a lot of TikToks to find teachers discussing this, but it is very common and it's very scary.
Do you have any examples of teachers who've been pulled out of the classroom because you've exposed some of the shenanigans and antics they've been up to?
Yeah, I think the most viral one was actually a professor who he went on an interview and he was discussing why we should destigmatize pedophilia. Really, really crazy, scary stuff. And he ended up being fired. He was placed on leave and then he resigned.
But most people don't even like that because it's like, we don't want you to teach my kids your lifestyle as if it's something normal. We don't understand why people don't appreciate you as much as you think. So you go to kids to be like, oh my God, be happy about yourself. Can I be one too? If that is the way that you want to justify your happiness with kids acknowledging you doing something weird, different, when most kids like to go against their parents or just challenge it because that's what kids do. They explore it. So even if they do it automatically, why do you have to take advantage of that situation just for you to justify the love and be like, well, now at school some of these teachers say, I'm your parent now. You're the caregiver. I don't know how I would react if I'm a parent for my son and I have an opinion and they tell me, no, you're the caregiver. I would flip. I would definitely flip. All I can say is, it would not surprise me he would be interested in wretched woman because of this, shaking the booty. But then society is shaming wretched woman, and then for a very long time he would not be ever interested in any black wretched woman, but he can never say the truth because he's a white boy, so he will start dating only white women. Look man, kids are way simpler than you think. They go with the flow. until they hit the reality of society, and then they will make their own decision. So the moment you put sex in their face, it's gonna happen. That's why I only wanted to date a white woman, because I was so fixated on the white pum pum that I saw. Interesting. But then the more I wanted the white pum pum, the more the black people, the society wanted to go against me and say, whoa, 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 but she's nice. Most of the family is intact. You don't have an intact family. Are you going to be an intact woman? Oh, I want a white woman then, because she comes from an intact family. And for a very long time, I did not want to date any black woman. Stop. I think people don't understand what this whole LGBTQ might do to kids. And as I keep saying, people, it can backfire very easily.